Today we are going to talk about the places in the GTA where you can get the best deal on real estate. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in and I hope you had a great long weekend. Welcome back. Before I start, I just want to say that I hope you're subscribed to our podcast, The Toronto Real Estate Show with Jenelle and Leslie, because Leslie and I are definitely going to talk about this because it's a really great study that was done by Zoocasa. And they just looked at all the areas in the GTA where prices were the best in terms of selling below asking. Now, we all know that for years and years, you couldn't buy anything below asking. You were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars more than asking. So although all of these have a below asking price percentage, it's still not a huge percentage, and I mean, that's GTA real estate for you, isn't it? But anyway, let's talk about that. And by the way, there's only one place where prices have been selling in August above asking, and we'll go over that at the end. Okay, so the first place that you can get a good deal, and again, it's all relative, is King City. Now, King City prices have been selling for average about 9.7% less than asking. King City is obviously an expensive area, so we take that grade with a grain of salt, but if that's a neighborhood or a city that you're looking at, then certainly you know now might be a good time for you. Second, we had ESSA, that's up in York region. ESSA was growing like crazy, but right now the average price there is selling for about 8% less than asking. Halton Hills and Burlington, you know, not far apart from each other in Halton region, 7.6 and 7.5% respectively, under the asking price. That's what you're going to pay there. Both areas are obviously quite expensive as well. And the same can be said about Caledon, 6.6%, and that's the fifth one, 6.6% below the asking price. But again, prices in all these areas, with the exception of ESSA, are relatively expensive. So, you know, paying a little bit under asking is always appreciated if you're someone who's looking in those communities. Now, the one area that has been selling for above asking in the month of August is actually Markham. And we had an average price of 0.7% above asking. So good for those people in Markham who have been selling there. So anyway, I just think these studies are really interesting. And although 9% under asking doesn't sound like a lot, it is when you think about the fact that we were paying 25-30% over asking for the longest time. So, you know, sellers and buyers, everyone getting used to everything that we have in the market dealt to us right now. Let's see what happens with the next interest rate announcement on the 4th, and whether that picks up the market or not will be determined. So that's where we're at. Hope you, again, found this enjoyable or helpful. Please let us know if you did. Don't forget to, again, follow our podcast, The Toronto Real Estate Show with Jenelle and Leslie, and that's where we will go over all of this in detail. Have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon.